guys, I'm Shana and welcome to another Single Over 30 vlog. Okay, so you know how it goes. At Christmas time, people who you haven't seen for a while, they might ask you the question that you dread hearing. Why are you still single? Or are you dating anyone? Or don't you want to get married? Those kinds of questions. That happened for me all the time. When I was still single, I went to my mom's house at Christmas time, and there was a neighbor. He used to be my elementary school principal, awesome guy. But without delay and always, he would pull in front of my mom's house whenever he saw that my car was there, and he would honk, at which time I would go out into the front yard and I'd say hi and greet him. He's just a wonderful elderly gentleman. And he'd say, "Let me see your hand." And I'd put out my left hand and he'd look at my ring finger. He was looking for a rock. And then he'd look up at me and he'd say, "Well, what is a beautiful woman like you doing still single?" And I'm not even sure if he knew that he asked me this every year, but it was the same thing every year. And then I'd just kind of chuckle and I'd say, "Well, you better start praying." And he would kind of chuckle too. And then I'd walk away. And maybe he thought that didn't bother me, but whenever that happened, and every year that it happened, each year got a little bit more difficult as I got older. It felt like someone had just flung a rock into my stomach. It really kind of hurt. So this Christmas time, maybe you're experiencing the same. Some people in your family or your neighbors or friends are asking you that question, why are you still single? Or they're saying, what is an awesome person like you doing still single? So when this happens, there are some things that we can feel, and one of those things is shame. And the reason that we feel shame sometimes, I think, is because we've already felt it. What I mean is, for example, some time ago, I got a hangnail on my big toe, and nobody knew it was there except for me while it was healing. But then somebody stepped on my toe, and then it hurt because there was that wound that was already there. It's kind of like that when someone asks you that question, why are you still single? Or what is an awesome person like you doing still single? So it hurts because we have already felt the pain of that question. So when they ask us that, it's like them stepping on our big toe. So the shame sticks because it's already stuck, if that makes sense. So this holiday or this Christmas, before these things happen, I want to encourage you to remind yourself about who you are and that your value has nothing to do with your marital status. That you are loved simply because you are an awesome and amazing creation of God, and that you have purpose in your life. You may not be married, and you may be divorced or separated or whatever it is that you're going through, but your value and your purpose have nothing to do with your marital status. So I want to encourage you about that today. What I've done is, for this week, there's the article that explains a story about my neighbor and gives a few more tips about how to dodge or deal with this holiday question of, so you're still single. So I hope this is an encouragement to you. I've posted it over in the Facebook page, so if you're watching this on Facebook, you can find it there. Or if you're watching this on YouTube, I put the link below so that you can check it out and go over to the Facebook page and find it. So I hope you have a very, very Merry Christmas. And I want you to remember that you're awesome. Remember that, and that you rock. You really do. God bless you. Have a wonderful Christmas. I'll see you next week.